Hello everybody. Today we're actually going to be harvesting our Sansaveria pups. These are Sansaveria leaves that I actually put in water a while back, a couple of months back. The longer the better really, and they've grown roots and they've grown pups, little baby Sansaveria that have grown from the bottom of the mother plant. So I'm just going to snip them off. Hopefully keeping some roots for the pup and the other roots for the mother plant. And I'm going to pop the mother plant back in the water and it will hopefully produce more pups. So I've harvested 4 pups here from the actual mother Sansaveria leaves. And these leaves have actually been very, very helpful. They've been in this water jar and they've been purifying the air in my daughter's room, looking nice, and actually producing these pups for me to go and plant on. So this is a lovely way to actually make use of any of your Sansaveria leaves that are flopping over in soil. So here are the baby pups. They all have roots attached, so hopefully they'll be able to survive in soil. I'm going to use a mixture of this soil and condition it with some bark chips to make the mixture nice and airy. Be potting them up actually in a pot that doesn't actually have holes, so I'm going to have to be very careful how I water because it doesn't have any drainage at the bottom. But I have actually potted up Sansaveria cylindrica quite successfully in a bigger version of this pot that you probably saw in my plant tour, in my June plant tour. And I'm going to be putting some coal on the bottom. This is pure coal, charcoal, and this will hopefully keep the water nice and pure and keep everything clean. And it also is a nice addition to the soil. It produces nutrients. So I'm going to be snipping this little pup off its tiny mother. And it's got a lot of roots. So I'm going to try and keep some of the roots for the mother and the ones that are actually growing on the pup to actually snip them so that they stay attached to the baby pup. And then I can actually pot these up as well. So this is where I'm going to snip them from. I don't actually keep any part of the mother with it because these pups have actually grown quite a bit, so there's no need really. And I'm actually trying to make the pups independent of the mother now. So I'm going to snip this off just at this point here, right at the bottom of the mother. There you go. Unfortunately, the mother didn't have any of her own roots. They're all actually attached to the pup, which is a good thing because then the baby pup will actually have a lot of roots to start it off on its new life. And the mother, I'm going to pop her back into water, and I hope that she will produce either more roots and hopefully another pup, because as you can see on the bottom of the mother pup, the mother actual leaf, there is a place where the pup was growing out of. And let me show you, let me get the mother back and show you where hopefully my camera can focus close enough. But there's a point where the pup grew out of. And I'm hoping that point will be active enough either for more roots to grow. There, that little circle in the corner there. Either another pup will grow, hopefully, or just more roots. So I'm going to pop that back into water and keep this little Sansaveria factory going on. That's my Sansaveria farm. And I've got another pup as well in this little flute glass, and I'll be snipping that off too. That's got a nice amount of roots. So let me just show you, get it out. Sorry for all the fiddling. There it is. Nice healthy roots, quite a lot of them as well. So let's get this pup and the mother separated so we can snip that off right at the bottom where they join, and hopefully the roots that are actually joined to the pup stay on the pup, and the roots that are joined on the mother stay on the mother. But it can get difficult at times, especially when you're trying to film at the same time. So I'm going to try and cut that off. I mean, I have got, I forgot to mention that I've got a pair of secateurs or garden shears that I've actually sterilized with alcohol, with rubbing alcohol, just to keep any bacteria from spreading. So I'm just snip that off. Oops, oh dear. Okay, well, I have got roots attached on both, but the main chunk of the roots actually got snipped off and fell. So that was my bad. Oops a daisies. It doesn't matter, at least they've both got a root each. And let's just hope that they can carry on hydrating themselves with that. But it had a huge chunk of roots, and a big ball of roots just got snipped off and fell. So that can happen, especially when you're trying to do two things at once. So, oops, there's the roots. I'm sorry. Oh dear. Big ball of roots just got snipped off there. That's a fail on my part. And let's just move on swiftly. Right, let's condition the soil with these bark chips. That will make the mixture nice and airy. Because Sansaveria, I mean, some people consider it to be a succulent, so you really don't want succulents sitting in a soggy soil. So the lighter the better. And obviously it's got no drainage holes, so we really need to keep it as airy as possible. So there we go. This is our soil. I've mixed it all up, mixed it with the bark chips, and I've potted them in some sort of an order, just for aesthetics, and 2 small in the middle, and then flanked by the 3 larger ones. And one of the pups has actually got a pup on a pup, so even one of the babies is having a baby, the middle one, the larger one. So I've got that all potted up, and now I'm going to give it a little bit of a water in, just a tiny bit, just to get the air pockets of the soil out so that all the soil is nicely evenly settled in the pot, and just for the roots to actually find their way, to hydrate in this soil. So a tiny bit of water, I'll keep an eye on it, and I'm going to keep it quite far from the window. It's wise to do that anyway when you pot up new things, but this is actually going to stay here because Sansaveria can actually survive in quite low light conditions. So this will stay here with the Sansaveria cylindrica behind it. And the Sansaveria cylindrica is doing quite well actually here. I mean, as you saw in my plant tour, I potted these up, and I was a bit apprehensive because the pot didn't have any drainage holes. But a month on, they're doing quite well. You can see how far they are from the window. Quite far, many meters away, but they're doing well. The Sansaveria are actually growing pups. Can you see? There's a little tiny light green spot just there, and another one on this side. I'll try and highlight it, but they are actually growing pups, so they're doing quite well in this soil and a pot with no drainage holes, because it's only been a month. and so they haven't rotted, they're actually growing. And I did take the soil out, so I do know that those pups are quite large. Actually, they're growing quite deep into the soil. So that's my Sansaveria propagation video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it encourages you to grow lots of Sansaveria from your existing plants. Please take care of yourself, and I hope to see you again in another video. Thanks all for watching, and please do like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Bye bye.